As we enter Chodesh Nissan, we mark the commencement of our lunar calendar as Hashem commanded Bnei Yisrael in their transition from slavery to peoplehood and redemption. Chodesh hazeh lachem, Rosh Hodeshim, this month shall be for you ahead of all months. Usually when we think of the commandments, we think of them as acts we perform for God. How does this mitzvah, the sanctification of the moon, accomplish this? What are we doing for God? And why is this important for us now on the precipice of freedom? To understand the relationship between the Jewish people and the moon, we must go back to the very beginning, to the creation of the celestial bodies on the fourth day of the creation of the world. Vayas Elokim et shnei ha'ma'orot hagdolim, et ha'ma'or hagdol lemimshelet hayom, ve'et ha'mor hakatan lemimshelet halayla, ve'et ha'kochavim. God made the two great lights, the greater light to dominate by day and the lesser light to dominate the night and the stars. The Talmud, Daf Samach Amud Bey's comments, asking which was it? Were these two great luminaries both great lights, or were they created one larger and the other smaller? The Gemara continues by telling of a fascinating drama that occurs between the newly created moon and her creator, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. When God first created the sun and the moon, they were equally bright. Then the moon said to the Holy One, blessed be He, Master of the universe, is it possible for two kings to serve with one crown? One of us must be subservient to the other. God therefore said to her, the moon, if so, go and diminish yourself. She said before him, Master of the universe, since I said a correct observation before you, must I diminish myself? Ultimately, though, the moon diminished herself as commanded, and Hashem offers her three pacifications. One, that she will rule both during the day as she does in the night. Two, that the Jewish people will count their calendar by her. And three, that there will be other greats who will be called small just like her, namely Shmuel HaKatan and David HaKatan. But the moon was not comforted. To each pacification she countered unsatisfied. The Gemara continues, God saw that the moon was not comforted. The Holy One, blessed be He, said, bring atonement for me since I diminished the moon. The Lubavitcher Rebbe depicted the message through the Talmud's discussion of the drama involving the moon. The sun, he explains, represents the concept of giving, for the sun gives light that the moon reflects. The moon represents the energy of receiving in the world. The moon was justifiably saying to Hashem, if we both shine equal light in the world as two kings, then there will be no motivation for giving. If the world is a clear display that giving and receiving is not due to a lack of power, what will motivate others to give? And so Hashem commanded the moon to diminish herself in the eyes of others. But to Hashem, they remain the same. They are always equal. To us, the teacher seems greater than the student, the rich greater than the poor, the sun greater than the moon. But to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, they still remain the same. Shnei ha'ma'orot hagdolim, two great luminaries. It is only the way that it appears to us that creates the cycle of giving. But the moon argues back, saying, why do I need to be the one to carry this burden just because I noticed? Ultimately, explains the Lubavitcher Rebbe, though Hashem attempts to pacify the moon, this did not satisfy the core challenge and contention that she had. The deep question of the moment of creation, why must it be so? And to that, HaKadosh Baruch Hu responds, saying, I know it seems unfair from your perspective. Please offer up a sin offering for me each month, for creating a world that seems to be unbalanced, for making the work so intense and confusing. It is in this dynamic that Hashem asks something simple from the moon and really from us. Hashem asks the moon to be present and work with Hashem's plan, and like the moon, for us to receive light, accept upon ourselves the mitzvah, show up. And so, Chodesh hazeh lachem, this month will be for you, a reminder to work with Hashem's plan, to learn about giving and receiving, even if it doesn't always suit us. As we come into peoplehood, as we are redeemed from Egypt, Hashem tells us, sanctify the moon. See her in the light she shines, and notice that even when she is smaller, even as she is receiving, she is still this great luminary. Her light shines as she is renewed each month. When you look to the moon, she will teach you how to shine in this world, in this relationship with HaKadosh Baruch Hu. She will teach you to wax and wane. She will teach you to be constant in your movement. The moon, created in the very beginning, waited for Bnei Yisrael to sanctify her so they could learn this lesson. And so through this message, we ready ourselves to leave Egypt and become Hashem's people. We move into freedom, recognizing that our role in this world is to be a receiver, to be in this moment. In every generation, we need to see ourselves as if we left Egypt, and every month, we need to be present for the passage of time that the moon holds within her, until the day when the light of the moon once again shines brightly to all of creation like the light of the sun. May it be very soon. B'mehera b'yameinu. Chodesh Tov, Chag Kasher v'Sameach.